it's Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Today I want to talk about what's the best vehicle choice for a single parent. I get asked a lot about what kind of car should I buy. People ask me this assuming there's a single answer, and there never is. The question is pretty loaded because everybody has a different idea of what they think is best, what their preferences are. I can generally, if I pick a category to put somebody into, so if I take the person and I put them in a category, then I can narrow what the choices would be. But that's not, it's still pretty subjective, because some people, they just will not buy a certain brand, or they'll have nothing to do with a certain kind of car. They have to have a car, they have to have a crossover, whatever. They won't even look at a minivan, that kind of thing. So I'm going to put together these lists, starting with this one. This is what I see as the best vehicles, so a shopping list, as it were, for single parents looking for a car for their kids, for them and their kids. And this could be a full-time single parent, a part-time single parent, and I'm assuming one or two kids, not more than that. More than that, we'll get into a new one. That'll be a larger family category. But I've narrowed the list to my top 5, but I've split it into 2 lists, so there's technically 10. If you're definitely sold on the idea that you have to have a car, that list will be after this first one. The first one here is what I think you should have, what I think would be the best choice for somebody looking in the small crossover category. So these are seating mostly 5. Some of them seat a little more of that. Some of them may have a kid-friendly third row. Most of them are 5-seat. My list is just in alphabetical order by manufacturer. I'm not going to rank them. I don't think that's really relevant either. I think it'll give you a really good start towards a buy if you have a shopping list to begin with and know what to start looking for. So you can take these, you can look them each up, and then you can narrow the list further by throwing out one or the other, however, because maybe you don't like the look of it, maybe it's not the price range you're looking for, something like that. So my list is the Honda Passport, Mazda CX-5, Mitsubishi Outlander, and the Subaru Forester and the Toyota RAV4. I have reasons for each of those. Let's just go through them. I'll show you what they look like. Down below there'll be links to any reviews I've done of these, and I have reviewed all of them within the last 2 years. So that should get you started. Here we go. The 2019 Honda Passport offers about 20 mpg in the city and 25 mpg on the highway. It has a big interior, excellent all-weather handling, and has lots of storage and cargo. It's not sporty to drive, though, and has a rather boring look, and the driver's assistance systems are over-aggressive. The 2019 Mazda CX-5 is rated at 25 mpg city and 31 mpg on the highway with its base engine. The CX-5 has a great look, is fun to drive, and has a beautiful interior. The base engine is boring, though, and its cargo space is smaller than most others. The back seat is also kind of cramped for adults. I will say the upgrade engine is way better, but the fuel economy drops considerably. The 2019 Mitsubishi Outlander. Fuel economy is 25 mpg in the city and 30 mpg on the highway. It has a kid-usable third row option, which is a big plus, and it has a low price and a big warranty. Both of those are big deals. It's one of the lowest price in this group, actually. It's excellent as a winter driver. One of the best I've driven for that, in fact. It does have a cheap-feeling interior, kind of a lackluster drive quality, and it's somewhat outdated in its design. Next up is the 2019 Subaru Forester. It's rated at 26 mpg in the city and 33 mpg on the highway. This is very efficient all-wheel drive, by the way, which is standard on all of them. Comes fully loaded with all the driver assistance safety systems as standard equipment, also a big deal. It has a pretty good-sized cargo area, too. Fuel economy comes, though, from a sluggish engine and kind of a boring ride quality. The 2019 RAV4 is next up. It's the only one on our list that has a hybrid option, and if you can get the hybrid option, I would highly recommend that. The RAV4 in its regular gas is rated at 26 mpg in the city, 35 mpg on the highway, and the new generation starting this year has really good looks, a great interior, lots of usable cargo, and a big back seat. It's boring to drive and has kind of vague steering, and the high highway MPG can be kind of difficult to replicate with the regular gas. Again, I very much recommend going with the hybrid. Now for the second half of this list, I want to look at passenger cars. So for those who don't want a crossover, you'd rather have a car, maybe it's easier to park, maybe you like the size better, maybe you have a hard time fitting it in a garage, something like that, whatever your reasons. I do like sedans if they're well done. And sedans in this category, in the smaller category, some of these are compacts and some of these are mid-size. What you choose will depend on exactly what you need. If you have very small kids, a compact is fine. But if you have growing kids, they're growing faster, they're a little older, towards the end of their grade school age, maybe you need something slightly larger for them. In either way, mostly looking at small compact cars that maximize the interior space. That's what I'm looking for the most part. And then the usual other metrics, we want good MPG, we want an expectation of reliability, and other metrics that I'll include when I go through each of these individually. So again, in alphabetical order by manufacturer, these are my picks, 5 for cars for a single parent. They start with the Honda Insight, the Kia Forte, the Mazda 3, the Subaru Outback, and the Toyota Camry Hybrid. So here's a rundown of each of those. The 2019 Honda Insight. Fuel economy ratings are 55 mpg in the city and 45 mpg on the highway. This is the first of 2 hybrids on our list. The Insight features excellent fuel economy without sacrificing the drive quality. It still drives like a Honda. It has a roomy interior and a very good look. It's a bit loud on the highway though, and the backseat headroom is a little limited. The 2019 Kia Forte. Fuel economy is rated at 31 mpg in town and 41 mpg on the highway. The Forte has great pricing and a big warranty. It has a good design and will get those mpg numbers all day, every day. The back seat is a bit cramped though, and the car has a rough ride and is loud on the highway. The 2019 Mazda 3 hatch. Rated at 27 mpg in the city and 36 mpg on the highway, the Mazda 3 in its hatchback form is comfortable, spacious, and drives very well. All-wheel drive is an option here. The back seat can be cramped for legroom though, and we dislike the lack of roominess in the sedan model, so go with the hatch. 2019 Subaru Outback. With all-wheel drive as standard, fuel economy is still good at 25 mpg in the city and 32 mpg on the highway. All the Subaru safety and driver assist systems are standard at all trim levels. The Outback is spacious and comfortable, has good all-weather capability. It is a little sluggish in acceleration and not very interesting to drive. It's also one of the largest vehicles on this list. The 2019 Toyota Camry Hybrid. This is our other hybrid on the list. It's rated at 51 mpg in the city and 53 mpg on the highway. The Camry is very good as a gas-only option, but the hybrid really does well, and those high fuel economy numbers for the small price upgrade is really worth the trouble. Drive quality is very good, the interior is spacious, and there's lots of trunk space. What I don't like is the feel on the highway. It's a little wishy-washy, and also the Camry is the most common car on the road. Some people might be turned off by that. So there's the lineup. That's what we got. I'll post it again so you'll see it coming down either side. I'll put one list over here and one over here because I'm complicated, got production values. Again, my commentary on each might or might not help, and whenever possible, I will link reviews down below. And hopefully this helps narrow things down for you. So if you're a single parent, 1 or 2 kids, full-time or part-time, and you're looking for an affordable smaller car and or crossover, these lists will help you get started. All right, this has been Aaron on autos.com. Talk to you again soon.